getting your affairs in order, so when we all move on, as we all will someday, your wishes are taken care of, and and those that you leave behind, they know what you wanted and how your assets to be distributed, and that's important because there's nothing worse. It's like a double tragedy.
Right.
When a family loses a loved one, and then there's fighting, squabbling over well, he said I was getting this, and no, he said that, and it's just awful.
Speaking of fighting with your siblings, speaking of fighting with your siblings, talk to us about our guest tonight.
Indeed, we have my brother Elliot Mestayer, who's an attorney. He's a tax lawyer and an estate lawyer, and over in Pascagoula. Yep. So actually, he's my older brother,
gentlemen.
my much older brother.
Always
I appreciate it.
Elliot, great to have you back on
older
the show
brother.
again.
Much
older. And
but I don't look older.
That's just wiser. And wiser. You look good, buddy. You're looking good. You look like you've been working out in the sun or something.
Thank
You've
you.
been doing good. Look strong. Elliot, it's always great to have you on the show. I think the last time we had you on the show about a year ago, you were really here talking about tax season and that side of your practice and everything. Tonight with tonight's show and everything, Matt brought up a great point with estate planning. In your estimation, what are the 3 things or the top 5 things that every family member needs to have ready to go, for getting their estate in order?
That's an excellent question.
Well,
and I'm asked that all the time. Thank you. Really, the 3 main things that come to mind is, one is an advanced healthcare directive, formerly known as a living will, in which you get to choose whether or not you want extraordinary life-sustaining measures to be taken or not. Typically, most people choose not to because they're just, frankly, prolonging, inevitable end, a painful end. The second is a power of attorney, which just covers financial affairs. It ends at death. Okay. A lot of people think it keeps on going. It just simply doesn't. And of course, if a conservatorship is established for the principal or a guardianship, the power of attorney terminates at that time. And then finally, to either do a will or a trust, depending upon your circumstances. Circumstances such as your age, your assets, your goals, the presence or absence of any special needs situation, your retirement plans, your fear of a will contest is a big factor in that, guys. I've been hearing that a lot lately, is that they've heard of or directly experienced some very negative litigation in wills, and so they like to go trust. But trust isn't necessarily the magic answer for everything. It is simply an option which should be taken into account.
Well, it sounds like 3 good things to always have on hand, Matthew. And you know what? Not to sound too pop news or anything, but Prince's untimely passing has really, brought estate planning into the forefront again here. That's a big estate, and it doesn't appear to have any of those 3 things that you just talked about, Elliot. None of those 3 things.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. And then, of course, Tom Benson, the Saints owner. Now, of course, he's still alive, but there are trust issues and and all that. So, it's kind of in the news right now, Kenny. Absolutely.
It is.
And you see more and more of that. Elliot kind of alluded to that. Will contests and will litigation was something really unheard of or very rare. Really 5-10 years ago, but now it's becoming more and more common. So, and the best thing, you can't do everything to prevent that from happening, but good planning, takes a lot of that away. The looser the details, the looser the plan, the looser the documents, the more likely it is going to be a contest. So if you tighten those things,
tighten it down
in advance, less likely.